Man, all I'm gonna say is this book was definitely sent to me by an author who needs to keep researching everything that's happening right now in Dalton. This book was definitely an eye-opener, but premature, rush, because this story, still being told. You guys is not going to believe what has been going on in Dalton. This is just a preview of it all. Hey y'all, so I know y'all ain't seen me in a minute. Y'all see I'm here. It's dark. Today has been a very, very weird day to me because the weather has just been very critical to me either going outside or staying in the house. And so far, it's just been staying in the house weather, which is good because I have had so much time to rest, recuperate. I have been doing crafting things. I even started I'm making my granddaughter a tutu. Y'all see this? I started a for her already. She's excited about it. But I just been, doing me, trying to stay below the radar because y'all know, if y'all don't know, when I did have my no contact order, it was dismissed because what I didn't do was amend my complaint because I had been going through so much at that time. Because if you guys remember, at that time, I was doing a landlord-tenant case with my daughter because they were trying to sue us for $20-something. $23,000, $28,000, one of the two. But it was a fraudulent complaint. I still have the videos up on my page for you guys to see what I went through during the time that I was there. Even after we went to court and I had my date, he still was harassing me, just doing dumb shit, locking me out. I got locked out twice. Within weeks before I was supposed to leave, he was just out there just doing dumb stuff. Jedidiah did speak on my trial, so that's the reason why I bring it up. Because it was a lot of stress what I was going through during that time. I don't even know if y'all realize that since I've had my surgeries, I've been in nothing but trials, court cases, all kind of shit, just stupid shit that I just have to defend myself on. Big ups to LNC because I am so glad that he stayed in the game. I did not bow out LNC, trust and believe. It's just different in Illinois than it is in Oklahoma, right? In Illinois, attorneys are not going to take a case like with Jedidiah Brown. And the reason why they won't take the case is because they all say that they don't have any money. It's not worth it. And they're like, even when you sue them civilly, it's just, you can fuck around and not get paid. And at the end of the trial, it's going to be a long, expensive trial. So they want to get their money whether or not I get my judgment. I know that I have a case. It's not. They lied on me so many times. Even Amir A.H, even that last meeting I went to, I don't know if you guys watched that last Dalton board meeting. I did go to that meeting because one thing I want to do is understand what story was told about me. Because from INA, Jedidiah Brown and all of his people, they're saying that I lied about having cancer, which my tumors came back. I was diagnosed November 23rd, 2023. I did radiation, and because they had to come up with a plan, they had to see what was going on with them. They had to do a lot of images. A lot of people didn't know what I was going through at that time. But so when we were going back and forth to the doctor, they couldn't tell me whether or not the tumors were cancerous or non-cancerous. because me and my auntie Anna, that was like the biggest thing that we were trying to figure out. And they was like, well, they can't tell you if the tumors that came, sorry. Alright, sorry. I had something on my camera, so I had to reset. But back to the story. So I was going to a lot of doctor appointments, getting my radiation schedule. During that time, I was getting a radiation schedule. I was heavily medicated on all type of meds because I just recently still out of my surgeries. Of course, because of the medications that I was on, I wasn't granted to be able to drive just yet. So understand that I was going through therapy, a lot of stuff. I had friends that I had dissolved friendships with during my surgeries. It was a very traumatic time for me because the biggest thing was that when my illness became a part of a topic, it came from a group of individuals that I hung with, and I never understood where that came from or why one individual in particular was saying it so much that other people would join in and say it. It's evident because I almost had a fight at Twins repast with his baby mama Tiffany because she mad because I bought something for the repast that she took that she wasn't supposed to take, and I spent my money on it, and I never got those photos, and they were supposed to be there for the repast, and she gets mad because we're questioning her on where she's at because she didn't make it to the funeral, and that was the whole purpose of those photos was for the funeral. So you guys gotta understand that of course I'm angry, of course I'm upset. Why did you take the photos? They was not supposed to be in your possession at all. They were supposed to go back with the family and then be at the funeral, but she took them. So again, she kept telling another friend, associate of ours, that look, I'm gonna bring them, for over a week. I'm gonna bring them. But long story short, you get to the repast, she wanna fight. First thing she say is, you always trying to hide behind your illness. First off, I'm on a walker. For a grown-ass woman to try and fight you at a repast while you're standing there on a walker, it's disgusting, right? But these are the kind of individuals that I used to hang with. Anyway, you know me, I'm not going to back down, but the situation was resolved. I say that to say that my illness was brought up then. It's like a reoccurring theme with a certain group of people. I always say, well, she is trying to use her illness for sympathy, her illness, but I'm still struggling with it. I feel like I deserve a little grace. I still have issues behind it. So I'm not trying to use it for sympathy. I don't go online and tell everybody every day, oh, this and all of that, oh, my this and my that. No, I don't complain because I fight through it, because I know that I want to be one of the ones that make it through. I want to be a story where I can tell my testimony to somebody and it's actually something that people want to listen to, right? Exactly. So I say that to say that I don't know how my story was told through the Dalton saga. When they say that I did say what about my cancer on the mic, I said it repeatedly a couple times because even though I didn't know at that moment that my tumor came back benign, I didn't know in that moment whether or not it was malignant or benign because I did not get my actual MRI results read until August. So if you look at the meetings, you look at the meeting dates, I was still going through radiation at that time. If you notice, I started my locks when that NBC5 special, The Cost of Chaos, came out. So it was in May. So when we did that video, that's when I had just started my locks because I couldn't wear wigs anymore because my face would not stop swelling. Like, it was constantly swollen, puffy, I couldn't wear wigs no more. And so I had to figure it the fuck out, and that's why I went with locks. Because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna lock my hair up. This is gonna be the easiest thing because I ain't gotta comb it at all. Because my baby hair is hurt. I mean, I know it's weird to say. That's why I don't say it out loud too much. Y'all never understand it because you'll never understand how it feels to have your hairs growing in after surgery. So, couple that with a prosthetic right here, and you have all of these, y'all see all of this that's missing? That hair is trying to fill in now. So when it's trying to fill in, it hurts. Especially when I have bad headaches or my face is swollen. So again, my illness is just my illness. I'm not trying to use it for sympathy. I'm trying to use it to be able to motivate and encourage other people how to get through it. I don't need sympathy for my illness because I had 4 brain surgeries. I am excited that I came through 4 brain surgeries. I'm excited that I made it through 30 days of radiation. I'm excited that even when I just had 3 severe seizures on election day, March 17th, like I said in a meeting, because I was arguing with Kiana's people out there because I had already got into it with Don Core. Again, somebody who got mad at me because I simply asked him, don't speak to me. I never talk to you. Why are you talking to me? But then he gets mad. He wants to tell me, don't come back to Harvey or it's up. Why everybody want to fight and get mad because I just take my stance and I just don't want to be bothered with you anymore. Just take it for face value and just leave me the fuck alone. Anyway, so me arguing with Kiana people. It got, because my daddy was out there, y'all. So me and my dad had went voting because he had a very important appointment that day. And we went voting. We always go vote as a family in my household. So like my daughter, if y'all see the elections, I always make sure that my family go out and vote, and I'll give them who I encourage them to vote for. It's not my word, but you know, these are some of the candidates that I know that, you know, I think are good for the community. That's how I do it. Anyway, so I did have a seizure, 3 in one episode, thanks to Dalton Police and to the fire department and the ambulance team because they helped me get through it. I don't even remember it, but I can tell you one thing. They said it was 3 very severe, the most severe seizure you can have in one episode, but I came out of it not paralyzed anymore. Now I know a lot of you probably like, what is she talking about? What the fuck? So I've been paralyzed since my surgery, since 2022. A lot of people don't know it because I don't show it, because why would I show my weakness to people? Because then they'll try and use it against you, of course. So of course I don't show it. But I don't have to show it no more. I don't have to work around. Now, do my legs still give out? Absolutely, yes. I still have neurological issues. But I was paralyzed with neurological issues, which is a double whammy. And now I only have my leg going out. I can deal with that because I've been knock-kneed my whole life. A lot of people don't know, but I know how to manipulate my legs to not always go out. But will it go out? Absolutely. So that's why I still have to use my walker or my cane, depending on where I'm going, where it's at, and how many people gonna be around. So that's that. So anyway, I came to make this video because I just wanted to say hi to y'all. I know I haven't seen y'all in a long time. And just wanted to update y'all on a couple of things. So, as y'all know, at this point, Jedidiah Brown has been doing a lot of online bullying. A lot of online bullying. Now he's into it with Claressa Shields. I don't know if y'all saw this, but he's been hounding her and hassling her because he claimed that she got a favoritism from the mayor, and if she supports him, he's gonna bring her down. Number one, Claressa, sis, he can't even fight. He fight like a girl. Number 2, I mean, he can't beat Papoose. I bet you can't beat Papoose ass. I bet you can't beat your ass. Talking about what he gonna do to her. Boy, talking about if I gotta fight her, then I'll fight her. First the fuck off, why was you in Flint, Michigan? Let's start there and end there, Jedidiah Brown. Why was you in Flint, Michigan? Now, I am gonna put a video at the end of this video to show what the mayor of Flint, Michigan said recently about Jedidiah Brown and the casket incident, because why are you bringing caskets to people to public official houses anyway? I guess the message made sense to you, but why did you come back to them people's city knowing that you have a no contact order? And then you went into the commissioner's meeting like you stood on business. Them people looking at you like you the idiot you are. Like, seriously, like nobody takes you serious. I don't even understand how you got all these fools following you, but I do get it, because it's weak mind people. The weak mind always flock together. Y'all come up with dumbass ideas and then y'all act on it, and then you be in shit like you in today. This is just ridiculous and stupid. So anyway, I inbox Claressa, right? Because I'm like, let me just send her an inbox. I'm just going, just challenge to see, if she even respond. Because I'm like, this dude is just a clown, and watch yourself around him, because what he wants is political or any type of shout outs, even if it's negative, right? He just want Claressa like he want Kobe, like he wanted Tiffany Henry to respond. What he is a woman abuser. That's all he do is try and go around and fight women and mess with women. That's why he messing with Jedidiah, her cousin, or whoever that girl's supposed to be. But why are you always teaming up with people that's been trolling other people? So for this, I say that Jed better understand that you messing with the wrong person. First off, she fucks with the mayor of Flint that have a restraining order on you. You wasn't even supposed to be in that commissioner's meeting. Who allowed you out of there? I can see why you walked in, but I don't see how you walked out. Cause did nobody know that you had protection order? They probably fucking know now. Anyway, according to Claressa Shields, this is straight from the inbox. She said, I do not associate with that man. He is connected to a woman named Shalita, who has been trolling her for 10 years. She would like him to go to jail alongside Shalita. They are internet trolls and people who harass others daily. Now hold on. I didn't think she would reply, okay? Not only did she reply, she understood the assignment that was given, because she know that he is an internet troll and ganged up with another troll of hers that's been trolling her, that's mad because she do all those fights. And mind you, Claressa Shields, you watch this video, girl, I had a fight party. Your fight party on my birthday. I have video of it to prove it. So, I love you. But this girl is so mad at Claressa because Claressa made it and she didn't. You not out there getting your ass whooped or getting beat on to make those dollars. So how dare you tell somebody else how to spend their money? Everybody's so mad at everybody else, but worry about yourself. I understand you when you feel like, damn, why these people just got something to say no matter what you do. That's why you gotta start reading the comments. I stopped reading the comments, so I just turn them off. Cause I just give y'all a chance to say something, then y'all gonna say some silly shit, then I'm just gonna bust you out. Okay, you here for Commander Jed, and then when y'all say y'all little silly shit, I just delete y'all, block y'all. Like, it's an ongoing effort. I've been blocking people on YouTube for years. I know I got over 600 people blocked, like easily. I know easily I have more than 600 people blocked from INA. Now, while all of this is happening online, publicly, I'm gonna tell y'all what I'm gonna come back and do, because I know y'all miss me and I miss y'all, and I need to start making more videos. I am going to come back and report on all things that is court cases against Jedidiah Brown, right? For the people that I want to report on. So, because there are so many, we got, now I'm looking at my screen for this. We got Hall versus Brown. We got Brown versus Shakur. We have civil rights lawsuits, harassment allegations, RICO allegations, live stream beefs, fake page. Oh, them fake pages is a bitch. Alleged intimidation campaigns. Now, I'm just gonna put it like this, y'all. How did we come from Clean House 2025 to something like Law and Order, like YouTube Victims Unit? Like, I feel like we are on a never-ending episode of Law and Order. You know how those seasons overlap and overlap and overlap and overlap, and it's like the stories just keep coming and keep coming. That's what I feel like is going on here, because when Clean House started, let's go back to Tiffany Henry's campaign, because people be like, you lied about that campaign too. I don't care what y'all think. I know what I don't. When I helped her with her campaign, it was because I saw that she wanted change. I really believed in her vision. I'm not going to say Tiffany didn't want change. Tiffany did good for the people that loved her. Trust and believe. She fed them good. Everybody that was under her thumb, they got preferential treatment. So for that, you know, that's why people loved her, because the people that did mess with her, she treated them good. For the people that didn't mess with her, they were bad. So me helping them, I knew Tiffany. I lived across the street from her. She used to hang with my uncle. And I'm gonna say this like I always said. I never understood why she would hang with somebody that is an avid drug user. Anybody know my uncle from the community? People say I ain't grow up in Dalton, but like everybody know my uncle. Everybody know my uncle. My uncle passed, Uncle Iris, but he used to work at the car wash over there on Indiana. But you know, we didn't grow up out here. Anyway, so I never understood why she hung with him, because he was an avid drug user, especially back in the days. I never talked to her, because anybody that's friends with my uncle, I felt like I don't mess with. For my own personal reasons, I just don't. Like, his friends, I felt like was up to no good, and anybody that was up to no good that messed with him, didn't want to be a part of. And then when I found out who she was, right before my uncle moved, it was just weird, because I'm like, why is she talking to a crackhead all the time? Like, it didn't. I love you, Uncle. You know, I'm not putting your business out there, but people know, you know, people had habits. Hey. But anyway, so with Tiffany asking me to be part, her and Jace asked me to be part of that campaign, I really didn't understand what I was signing up to do. I'm going to say that. I'm going to always say that. I didn't realize that I was being manipulated, very well manipulated by everybody. I felt like I forged friendships that was bullshit. And, you know, it hurt. It hurt a lot. I ain't gonna even lie. It hurt my feelings, because for these same people, like, during the movement, I would have laid down my life for, because I really thought that our friendship was just that solid. And like with me, my loyalty goes a long way. If I feel like I fuck with you, I fuck with you. But once I stop fucking with you, there ain't no coming back. And see, that's what a lot of people don't understand, is that even the ones that I don't talk to anymore, the ones that just stop talking to me, silence means everything to me. Your silence is very understood. Understand that if we ain't talked in like the last month or so, I don't fuck with you. Not like that. My circle is very close now. Very close. It's not too many people I allow in anymore, because people are frauds and fakes, and it's hard to decipher, because I was a part of a whole fucking community skit plan. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. They brought Jed in, and I knew they brought Jed in. And then, not only did they bring him in, they started using him for the stories. Now, I wasn't on YouTube at all. I've always been a Facebook person. If you guys go to my Facebook page, Vivian Allen, or Monster Venice was my page, but then I changed it to my real name recently. But I've always just been a person on Facebook, because I always tell my stories and just have fun. I'm just a person that just enjoy life, party, do what I want to do, and then, you know, the next day, do it again. So, I say that to say that all of the stuff that we went through to demonetize and all of that, it wasn't for me to try and have a huge platform. I never made money during the Tiffany Henry. I can show receipts, whatever, but I know a lot of people were banking big bucks, and I had no idea what was going on in the YouTube community at that time, because I personally was handling my own battles. I was going through my own struggles. So yeah, sometimes I would pop online and do little things and go out to the meetings in the community. But you best believe when I came home, I was exhausted, worked out. Like, it was a lot, a whole lot on me. So I'm not gonna show you guys the weakness in me. I'm always gonna show you the strong side of me, because I ain't gonna let you see my weak side, because then you know how to try and get me, and I'm not gonna ever let myself get manipulated like that again. At least I'm gonna work hard as hell to try not to. That's why I won't accept anybody new friendships in my circle. It's just too hard to try and trust people, be able to bond with people, and then to find out they be on some fuck shit. Like, I don't have time for that. And then it'd be the weirdos in the camp that beg you to be friends just because you've been on YouTube, but then jealous of people talking to you. It's been so many weird people that I've came across. That's why I'm just like, I say to myself, I don't need no friends with these type of enemies, because what are we doing here? So back to what I was saying. LNC, I've been watching your lives this last week. You don't even know that I've been like studying everything that you've been doing, because I know exactly what you are going through. I hate that you went through that shit. I swear on my kids' life, I did not know none of that was going on in the background around me. I had no idea. And the crazy shit is, when you say that, when you came, I remember you coming there for when Lori Lightfoot was in the building. I remember seeing you there. But that was around the time when the witchcraft lady and something else had happened. And I stopped watching YouTube. So I had like blocked everybody out. Because even with Burgundy, I didn't have a problem with Burgundy. My issue with Burgundy was that she was cool with Keith. I don't fuck with Keith, and I don't fuck with Jed. So naturally, I would never fuck with Burgundy, because that was her boy. And I get it that, you know, her and Jed went through some stuff, but I feel like she probably was caught up in the same shit that I was kind of caught up in, because I didn't realize that they was that close. And trust and believe, when I was getting those threats, those text message threats, when I was going through radiation, I'm pretty sure that was INA doing that on the behalf of Keith. Can't prove it. I don't want to prove it, because it's now part of my story and my testimony that I have to say. But back to LNC. I hate that you went through that. I hate that I didn't know that you went through those lengths. You know, we got a mutual friend. You know, your boy is like my homie. We done did so many parties and all kind of shit together. So, you know, he know I'm a solid person. No matter what these frauds say, he know I'm a solid person, and that, you know, I stand on what I say and support anything that you're going through. You need text messages, if you need videos, whatever the fuck you need, you let me know, because I have proof in my phone that shows that Nikita and Jason was definitely colluding with INA and Jedidiah Brown. I have text messages in my phone to show that Nikita definitely was consulting Christopher Clark before he transitioned. See, what the community don't understand is Nikita is behind a lot of this reckless shit. She somewhere being quiet, but I never understood why the fuck would she block me on Facebook. I ain't do shit to her. I ain't did shit to the girl. Mind you, keep it buck, our kids is family. We found that out. But then all of a sudden now Jedidiah knowing I got court cases for my baby daddy, my history with my landlord, all same shit you gave me, because you gave me my baby daddy all his information. I still got those text messages when you sent me his social and all his stuff. That's how I was able to go move further in that trial, because of the evidence that you gave me. A lot of people don't even know that you really a snake in this community. I ain't did shit to you for you to even fucking block me. Like, the shit is fucking funny. But you the same one that was feeding Ben Bradley and everybody else all of those news leads and news stories. You was the one that was sending them. You had it all planned the day when Ben Bradley came in NAPO. You planned that interview. Why? You ain't gonna tell people that y'all the ones that's been sending Jed after NAPO and the McCaskills. Y'all not gonna tell people that. Kiana not gonna say that, because Kiana wanted to win that commissioner's seat. She's mad because she didn't get the nomination, allegedly. This is all alleged, as I allege, as somebody else say. But yeah, so Kiana didn't get the nomination, and Kiana was mad, and Dr. McCaskill was actually better at her job than Kiana was. When you went to the actual, when they had the actual platform debate, when Kiana read out her credentials versus Dr. McCaskill credentials, it was unmatched. And it's not because I just knew that I didn't like Kiana at this point. It was, I don't even think we was into it like that at that point. But her demeanor and her attitude and her rolling of the eyes. And then you flipped on everybody. You went and got Don Core Parker. You started fucking with Keith Price. Keith Price cussed, Don Core cussed all y'all out. First of all, at y'all meeting, at the trustee meeting, then you hanging with this nigga. How you hanging with somebody that cussed all y'all out? Was that a skit? Now I'm starting to think like y'all make up a lot of this shit. Y'all took a theater background in something in college, because like all of these little plot twists and stuff that y'all been throwing in the mix is just stupid. Why would you think that you could use Jed to make your campaign better? How did you think that he was going to pull off exposing the McCaskills to the level of them not getting the Democratic nomination votes? So the Democratic voters was going to outvote you. Nobody knows you outside of Dalton, because you really are not that memorable. So, like, she did good work. You don't even understand your trustee role yet. Because I'm seeing a lot of shit that now I don't like that you guys are doing. But, again, you voted the wrong motherfuckers. But we ain't had no other motherfuckers. So, can't really say you voted the wrong motherfuckers when you only had certain options to choose from. You get what you get. More people got to start running. If y'all don't start running for this shit that know how to do better and want to do better, shit ain't gonna never get better. Look at Dalton. We so much in a hole, y'all. It's just ridiculous. We paying out lawsuits. Then I sent a FOIA request. Motherfuckers, she sent me a message at like 9 p.m. Eris. At 9 p.m. I guess she don't like me no more either. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, send me a message talking about some blah blah this, because I asked for a list of any lawsuits that have been taken care of since Clean House has taken office. So only lawsuits that have been settled under Jason House as the mayor. And she said that was burdensome. And so when I went to the actual meeting, there was a lawsuit in particular that I did want, which was Woods versus the Village and Brown versus the Village. Now, there was no first names, but if I had to put on my thinking cap, I would assume that that is Kamal Woods and Jedidiah Brown. So, why are we settling 2 settlements with them? What is this settlement agreement about? Because there was no details. There was nothing detailed on the actual agenda. So if the community has to pay out this money, don't you guys want to know what that lawsuit settlement agreement was reached and about? Again, we have other lawsuits that y'all probably don't even know that we're probably in the process of paying out, can't pay out, want to pay out. Like, we don't know what's going on with these lawsuits. So I just asked for basically just a brief synopsis of whatever they can do. Redact anything you need to redact. You could just give me the list and what's the purpose of the lawsuit and the amount that they're seeking. Because if it hasn't been cleared yet, then evidently, if you can't do it, you can't do it. But I would like to know what we are currently in litigation for, or what we have currently cleared out of litigation, because that's important for the taxpayers. So again, they don't like answering my questions over there. I'm gonna do like Ryan and just fucking sue Dalton for FOIA, because I already got a FOIA violation because I asked the question about what Mary said at the meeting, or whoever said that collected that money from me. Because honestly, I was listening to Shay video earlier. He's live right now. I gotta watch his live a little while because I gotta go back and pay attention. But when Mary collected those donations and brought me that money, she told me that there was electronic payments, Zelles and Cash Apps, that she was going to send me. And as of today, I have not received those electronic payments or the Zelles. Now, people are saying, well, I don't want it. Man, this is not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get the money. But I say that to say that, did I even receive what was collected? Because if anybody sent anything electronically, I didn't receive it. Nobody sent me electronic nothing, because she told me she had to go get dressed. She was going on vacation, or she just came off vacation, one of the two. I don't fucking know. But I say that to say that I didn't get the extra money. I did not. Anyway, so it's just gonna be very interesting. So according to public filings, Hall versus Brown, case number is 52025 CV 01401. It's in the Western District of Oklahoma. This includes RICO-related allegations involving multiple alleged INA associates. I wonder if his RICO looks like mine. I'm going to show y'all mine one day. Then we have Brown versus Shakur. So Jedidiah Brown is suing Amir Shakur. Case number 126 CV 02388. Northern District of Illinois. Now these are all just do a simple Google search and it'll pop up. This includes allegations involving defamation, emotional distress. This nigga said emotional distress. Are you kidding me? And harassment. So So Jedidiah Brown is suing Amir Shakur for emotional distress and harassment. I want to take y'all back to July 7th, Thornton Township Board meeting. Ryan had just got his protection order. We didn't understand protection orders at this time. And I'm going to tell y'all something. I learned a lot throughout this process. And like LNC said, if it's not according to the law and if it's about emotion data, it's not hearing shit you saying. When I tell you that if your case ain't tight, it ain't right. And I know I have a case. It's just how I didn't properly align it, and I did do an amended complaint. Anyway, but Ryan had his July 7th. Amir comes up and helps me because Jedidiah Brown is in my face. I don't know if you got, I took the video off my YouTube page just because I didn't want to put it on there anymore. But I'm sure it's on Jed's platform and LNC platform. Watch it on LNC if you want to go back and see it. But I say that to say that Amir came to help save me from this lunatic because he hits women. It's a known fact that this dude hits women because he smacked the shit out of Ari, which is Amir's daughter. So you can't say that he don't hit women. So so Amir comes up to defend, save me. I still have the video. Sheila tries to fight me. Sheila Ashley. I'm so glad that Amir put that old ass bitch in his complaint, because you need to go down. Fucking fool. You following behind this corrupt ass nigga and he ain't giving you nothing. Anyway, so she tries to fight me. Police are there by this time. Police wind up leaving. So I guess some guys came up and had a conversation with Jed. Now these are the gangsters that he keeps referring to. Now mind you, these are older gentlemen. These are not like young niggas, YNs, what they call them. These are older gentlemen, and they just can't have a conversation with him. And apparently, he understands, because at first I think he thought I sent them to him, but honestly, I would never get my family involved in this bullshit, because I don't want nobody else to get hurt or to go to jail behind fucking with this dude, right? If he come near me ever again in life, try me, it's gonna be what it is. I don't know how I'm gonna react, but that's why, like today, I didn't go to the meeting in Harvey. Mr. Beaton right now, or about to start, but I didn't go. Anyway, back to the story. This dude is suing him for emotional distress and harassment. Then Jedidiah Brown has another case. And it's like with the contractors. I can't find it. But it's like with Ryan and the contractors. That case is gonna be bullshit too. Then, so now we got Amir Shakur, Ryan Samwelski, and Ari Greer versus the city of Harvey, and including civil rights and state tort claims involving Harvey officials, Jedidiah Brown, Sheila Ashley, and others. So, y'all, that incident is coming off of the July 7th incident. When we went to that, I had went to court with Ryan on July 14th. And when we went to court, I had Jedidiah Brown served. That day when we were at court, it was Ryan, Melissa, Amir, myself. Jedidiah Brown was already upset because I had him served, and he had two other people come with him, which was Alicia Spikes and Raheem. So when Alicia and Raheem came, the first thing Alicia did was try and come towards me and Melissa, because she's trying to start shit with one or the other of us. And I'm telling the sheriff, like, look, get this bitch, because she gonna try and start some stuff and it's gonna go up. Because between me and Melissa, neither one of us is about to allow her to talk shit. And there's a big buffalo ass bitch. So everything got de-escalated. They removed Jedidiah from the court. Ryan wound up getting his trial date. We wound up getting walked to our car by the sheriffs. It was just, a very traumatic morning, because we was there, of course, that morning. So that Monday, Jedidiah Brown made sure that he requested that he can be at the meeting, and the judge granted him access to be at that meeting. Now, this is all on the court record. So just in case y'all think that I'm making this shit up, this is all on the court record. So, so we were all like, ugh. So, that's when the bullying and shit had started. So when we got to the meeting, I don't know if y'all remember, but I went live that day. I got to the meeting early, because I always like to get to the meeting early and people sing, because I'm driving at that time. And so when I got there, Jed's car had just pulled up, and he had parked over there by where the mayor usually parked, by that door with a little side entrance or whatever. So him, Alicia, and Raheem were going in and out of the building. So they were already at the meeting early. Now, it's still on, I have the live. So the live is still on my page on July 14th that day. So when we got to the when I got there, when they saw my car, because they know my car, of course, they call themselves pulling their car like next to mine to do some intimidation shit, kept getting in and out the car, you know, the stupid bullshit. So it was an intense meeting that day. That was a meeting when Amir got up, spoke. That was a meeting with Jed, left, him and the police chief, and I think Chappelle. They went to that squatter's house. Now remember, y'all, when they went to that squatter's house, the meeting was still going on. And then by the time the meeting ended, the news was still there. So some people did their little, you know, whatever, talk to the media. And then I remember this like clear as day because I parked in front of the building. Normally I parked in the alley, but I did park in the alley, but I pulled around. And I wanted to make sure everybody got to their car and got home safe because I had parked right next to Melissa in front of the building. And Melissa was like, I'm going home. I was like, yeah, we done had a long day. I'm going home too. Went home. On my phone, Super Producer called me. When Super called me, she was like, go on Ryan's live, down. They fighting. And I was like, huh? Oh, she was like, Jed and Amir is fighting. She was like, go on his live. I was like, oh Lord. So I go on his live and show his shit stink. That's when it was just going down over there in Harvey. I said that to say that I don't understand how Jed don't think that he set that up, planned that, had that man assaulted, basically down there tried to stump him out with all those thugs and goons. Then nigga came out of the bushes. I saw that as soon as I'm watching it, it's like you see the dude coming out the bushes, and then like you don't think that I know why you think you got away with it. You think you got away with it because the police department was on your side. But see, what you didn't expect was the change of leadership to happen in Harvey. And now things are under more of a microscope and more scrutiny. And I'm so proud of Amir and Ryan and for going to the FBI. Listen, we went to the FBI on the same day and didn't even know. That's how invested and involved we have been with this case and this trial. Now, as far as Amir, with what he got going on, I pray that he gets the right judge that just watches the video and see it for what it is. The fucking mob action, assault. He was caught off guard. That wasn't no fair fight. And then you sit around and brag about it like you whooped his ass. You didn't whoop his ass. You really didn't. So, just say that, just to say that it's gonna be interesting. So my goal is just to report on these people's cases, right? Because y'all want to hear it. Because I want to hear it, right? I want to know what LNC got going on. And I want you guys to know what LNC got going on. And I'm going to share all his videos. But if you don't want to watch the long videos, because he do be having some good 5-6 hours. But let me tell you something. LNC is like I don't even know if you know this, but I'm going to tell you, because I be sitting down smoking when you smoking. I'm just not smoking right now because I'm really trying to get through this video so I can smoke and lay down and just relax. But the music that he played, I can get through his 5-hour videos in a breeze. Only thing I fast forward is the beginning, and it's just because it's repetitive. So like that first beginning when you start, I do fast forward to it. That's why I like coming on live like 30 minutes after you started. That's when you really start talking. But other than that, love your shit. Keep it going. Keep it going. Because as long as you doing these cases, tag me in, coach, because I'm sharing all of them. I want you to get all their asses individually, please. Especially Mama Mary. Because the fucked up part about this whole thing is the way she lied on me. Well, not lied, but she won't tell what she's been saying. I won't call her a liar. That was a wrong statement. Because she's not the one that is actually saying it. But she could have put this shit to bed. Because I never walked to anybody and said, hi, my name is Vivian, I have cancer. I don't even want cancer. When I said that statement, I was in my emotions and my feelings. Y'all know I'm passionate, so I might say things wrong at sometimes because I'm just thinking, and then it come out and I'm like, oh, that's not what I meant. But you know, that at that point, I didn't know, so you can't fault me. You can't force me to apologize for a diagnosis I didn't get into August. People funny. It's like, you said it prematurely, so you need to apologize. I don't have to apologize because I still see an oncologist in September. Do y'all realize that I go see an oncologist? That's my life for the rest of my life, is going to oncology. Every fucking appointment is oncology, neuro-oncology, neural pain. Yeah, neuro, just my neurologist. So again, yeah, I go see my oncologist in September. So you can't tell me what I can and can't say about my illness when you don't understand it wholeheartedly. And again, Mr. Brown, I am so glad that they on your ass. You should be big mad. Because they finna get you. And all them laws you broke. See, Illinois ain't gonna do shit. I hate that it's hard to even fucking get justice in Illinois because it's like, first of all, you gotta be rich to fucking pay a team to fucking fight a RICO. It's not easy to fight a RICO. I wish somebody would come help me fight it. Somebody, an attorney, paralegal, anybody out there want to come help me fight this case? I can't do it by myself. It's too hard. It's too hard. It's Shay. I understand what you. If I should, next time I come on here, I'm gonna show y'all my files, right? And I don't even got a lot of videos. Like Shay got a whole collection. All that shit when remember Jed deleted his videos the day after our court case. Because I was in Philadelphia and we had court that Thursday. By the time I got to Philly that Friday, we checked into our Airbnb. He had deleted his whole archive because he knew that he had all that incriminating evidence that was on those videos. And I wasn't able to I never watched the nigga, so I wasn't able to get his stuff. I never watched his videos. So I wasn't a fan. I didn't like none of the people. I didn't even realize. I'm taking a step further. Remember how you was talking about Mara? I didn't realize that Mara was INA. I didn't realize that Lisa was INA. I didn't realize none of them bitches was INA. Never. I fell out with Alicia Nicole because she was mad because I didn't want her to speak on my illness with Keith Price when Jed asked me to talk to Keith Price on his platform. And I told him, no, I'm not going on there with Keith Price. Fuck Keith Price. And she got mad because she wanted to speak on my behalf, and I told her, you can go on there and do what you want to do, but you can't go on there and talk about me because you don't know shit about my illness. So when I told her that, she got upset with me. And then we got into a little dispat because that next day or so, we went to a meeting. Then she talking about, I can't tell people where she live. Girl, I don't even give a fuck about where you live. I would never tell nobody where, well, I really don't care. You've been telling people where I live, though. But, you know, you tell me don't tell people where you live. Like, y'all be doing some silly ass shit. It's ridiculous. But it don't matter. You come up here if you want to. It's just not gonna end well for nobody that walks in my house. So, anyway, I say that to say that I am just going to be here and use my platform for good and just give you guys updates on what Shay is doing and what everybody else is doing. Amir, I'm just gonna follow their trials and then just give you guys updates because what better to do than to watch and make sure that his kingdom falls in Jesus' name. Grab your snacks because there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming soon. I just can't wait to see if they all get default judgments, because one thing about Shay's case, and then I'm gonna end this, I know I've been on here a long time. One thing about Shay's case is that Oklahoma got it right. Oklahoma allows you to just send a summons, and if they don't respond and you got the correct information, default judgment. They don't even give a fuck. So not only did he send out the summons so far to the alias summons and his John Does and stuff, he was allowed to, they have to come to him. They can't get a change of venue and bring the shit to Illinois. I wonder if they really gonna show up. That's what I really wonder. There's so many in that RICO. His a little different from mine because I structured mine. I see how he did it. I love how he did it because I don't even know where he went. Shay, if you watch this video, and you get a second, can you tag me in the video that started all of this drama? I need to see it. I've been asking other residents and nobody knows. Because nobody, I'm not going to say nobody was watching you, but if you wasn't with Dalton, people was probably telling people don't watch you. So nobody know what happened. That's the sad part about it is that nobody knows well, everybody knows what happened, but nobody act like they know what happened. And the people that's involved, you definitely need to get their ass, because I know how it feels to go through that type of harassment, that type of cyber stalking. Man, I had somebody come on my page the other day wishing me death. Like Saturday. Yeah. These people are mean, cruel, and unusual weirdos. Like, definitely fucking weirdos. The way that if you don't respond to them, they think that they can bully you. Just like with Alicia Nicole coming up to Kobe at that meeting. Girl, you don't even live in her fucking ward. Why are you questioning somebody that's not your older woman? Talk to your older person. Why are you worried about Kobe's ward? You want to be such a great journalist so bad that I pray that you continue with this false no contact order. You know you work a regular job, right? It just be the audacity for me, because like, if somebody sent a news clip of you harassing local officials and showed who you tied to and the things that you do with INA, I wonder what your job moral clause really accept that. I mean, if you're a good employee, they probably want to keep you, but you know, if you stride on the line and this shit goes viral, but they keep you. So that's the kind of shit you gotta think about when you fucking with other people at their job, right? Because Kobe not even your older woman. She not. And you fucking with her for what? You done came up to this woman too many times. What you trying to get her hands? That's what you want? Because that's the only thing that I don't even understand why you still talking to her at this point. That's just my opinion. Like, you're not gonna be happy till somebody smacks you. And that's not how it should be. You should just leave people the fuck alone, stay out of people's fucking face, and just let them be who they gonna be. Don't nobody try and get in your commander, your fucking king face, and tell him how wrong he is for taking money from people for projects that he know he not gonna complete. Like, come on now. But you'll stand behind fraudulent behavior, but you a good person. No, the fuck you not. You was a horrible individual. I hate I ever met you. You are one of the worst people I've ever met. Fucking lying ass. Anyway, y'all. Sorry. Sometimes I be having to have my moments to reflect. But I'll keep y'all updated on these lawsuits. I thank y'all for joining me. At the end of this video, I'm just going to show y'all what this fool did at the commissioner's meeting, what this fool did well, he went to Flint. So the mayor again responded because we know that he went to Flint. So I just want to, I pray that he see the wrath of Michigan's justice. Because I watch a lot of court cases in Michigan and in Texas. And I know that they don't fucking play. I was gonna say that and leave it there. So I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for giving me time. I miss y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I am here. I am that's what I'm gonna start doing. I'm gonna start reporting on these lawsuits because I need to start keeping updates with what's going on. And I need you guys to understand what's going on. I need you guys to be able to support LNC Late Night Crew, support his channel, support Amir Shakur, because these two gentlemen have been through the ringer with Jedidiah Brown. It's so sad, especially what Amir had to go through. Off guard from a sneaky dude. Just because you mad, your feelings hurt. But keep it in the courts, Amir. Keep it in the courts. LNC, you already know. You ain't no dummy. You ain't falling for it. See me, sometimes they catch me on my bad days. They don't even be knowing how bad my headaches be. Like, they don't know I got traumatic. That's why I be trying. That's why I stay in the house most days before I go outside angry. Because if I go outside angry, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And my hands move fast too. I'm just saying, I ain't the greatest. I ain't Claressa Shields or nothing. But however, these hands do move too. And I ain't paralyzed no more. See, that was another fear of mine, y'all, being outside and paralyzed. Because now I can learn how to run again, right? That's my goal, is to learn how to jog or run with my cane. I mean, with my walker first and then with my cane. And then I want to learn how to jump rope or something too. So those are my goals, my targets. So wish me luck. Anyway, you guys have a great day. I'm going to post the other videos at the end, so keep watching. Love you. Your favorite Slider. Over and out. Bye.
So good, I swore you went to college. 100K deposits, vacations in the tropics. Everybody know it ain't tricking if you got it. And you ain't never ever gotta go in your wallet. Long as I got rubber band banks in my pocket. 5'6", rides with rims and a body kit. You ain't gotta downgrade, you can get what I get. My chick can have what she want, and go in the store for any bag she want. I know you ain't never had a man like that to buy you anything your heart desire like that. Yeah, I want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need nobody. You want it, I got it, go get it, I buy it. Tell the mother broke nigga be quiet. Stacks on deck, Patron on ice, cause he can pop bottles all night. Baby, you can have whatever you like. I said you can put this big boy in your life. The thing gets so wet and hits so right. Let me put this big boy in your life. That's right. I want your body, need your body, long as you got me.
Me and my family, and when death threats come to me and my family, and yes, we get them often. We witnessed that when a person made a death threat upon me and my whole family by putting a casket on my front yard. A guy who was not from this community but was brought into this community to try to intimidate, making death threats by other politicians and political individuals. But what was disturbing to me and my family, not moreover than a death threat, it was all the people that stood in front of my house with their cell phones out. Flint residents. Now, and we talk about those other things, but now we have to close out the show, but we definitely want to talk more about these things, but let's go out and do something good today. When death threats come to me